checking out another new one tonight. This is Carl Barron, and he had been recommended to me. I don't remember if it was this specific bit that had been recommended to me or if just in general, but I was scrolling through my to watch list and I came across this because I was looking for another new person to check out before I start to, recycle through some of the other ones that I've already been introduced to. And I had forgotten who he was. I've never seen him before. I've never watched his comedy before. I had completely forgotten that he was an Aussie. And I only, was reminded of that when I was scrolling through the comments just to see what people felt about his comedy. And someone mentioned about him being Australian. So I remembered that he was one of the Australian comedians that had been recommended to me. So I'm going to check out this video. It's called Uncultured. No clue what it's going to be about. So let's go right ahead.
I went out with a doctor once. It's no big deal, but I was a roof tiler from Queensland. I was 21 and met her in London when we come back to Australia. I was hanging around all the doctor friends and they're all posh and educated and shit. And I was going to dinner parties for the first time. Do you want to go to a dinner party, Carl? I went, I've been to a dinner party. I mean, up at that point in my life, I'd had smoker on 2 bricks. I didn't know, this is not a joke, I didn't know until I was 21 that you don't shake a bottle of wine before you pour it. I'll never forget the look on their face when I put my thumb over the hole. They're all looking at me going, what are you doing? I said, mixing it in. They said, why? I said, there's all those chunky bits down the bottom, have a look at that. They thought it was a joke. No, I didn't.
Okay, you guys, I didn't know that either. I'm not a huge wine drinker. I'm not like this big, aficionado or whatever of wines. Like, I don't know. I would have shaken it up too, you guys. I don't drink wine really anymore because it's mostly too sweet. But yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
No, I didn't know until I was 21 that some people have a problem with the word use. What are you doing? You know that one?
Oh.
Found out the hard way. I said, what are you doing tomorrow? They all sort of went. Some smartass goes, we're not sheep. I went, righto.
That's actually a word that they use in Jersey as well. Use or yins. I think that's in Pennsylvania, something like that. So that's not just wherever he's from.
I give up. What are you? I knew something was wrong, so I did what any self-respecting bloke would do in that situation. Sat at the end of the table by myself and got absolutely shit-faced. Started talking to myself. I'm fucking sheep. You think you're funny when you're pissed? And look on the menu, guys. The only thing that doesn't cost anything is the gluten. It's free. My girlfriend's going, shut up. What's wrong with you? I got worms. We're going home. Say goodbye to everyone. All right, see you later, you cockheads. Get home, she was spewing. You embarrassed me in front of all my friends. So what, when I got blind? No, the way you talk. You sound like a yobbo. I said, so? Which bit? When you said, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, what's the mystery? You know when I say, what are you doing tomorrow? You know very well I mean, what are all of you going to do tomorrow? She said, it's not a proper word. It's not in the dictionary. It's not in that dictionary. I mean, that's how words end up in the dictionary. If enough people say the wrong word, they stick it in there.
It is true.
Everybody says it. Use. Collective noun. All of your friends. I'm still waiting for the day I open the dictionary and see the word fuck knuckle. Everybody says it, put it in there. Change it.
I think that's going to happen anytime.
I reckon Telstra should change the name to fucking Telstra.
You know what that is?
Whenever you mention Telstra, someone goes, oh, fucking Telstra, don't start.
I'm not sure what he's talking about there.
Imagine that was their name. Good morning, fucking Telstra.
Is it a company?
How can we piss you off today? Do what you've done every other day. No, I mean, look, some people like it. Some people don't like it. You know, I don't care. I'll be dead soon. You know, life's short. I don't worry about it. I still say use. It wasn't my fault. I was surrounded by people who said use when I was young. Some people like it. I did this show in Melbourne one night. After the show, my mate came up. He's really excited. He went, Carl, guess what? I said, just tell me. So there was a lord at your show. I said, what do you mean, like a gay lord? He said, no, like a proper lord from England. Jeffrey!
Oh.
I was curious, the posh lord. I said, did he laugh at the shit I was talking about? He goes, yeah. Heard him say to his mate, he likes the word cockhead. I said, why? He goes, he's never heard it. I said, he's never heard it? He's English. They made the words up. What are you talking about? He reckons he's heard he say to his mate he's going to go back to England and use it.
Oh, my gosh.
I'd love to be at that dinner party.
Right? That would be fun.
I say, Jeffrey, if you don't mind me saying so, boy, you're acting like a massive cockhead. I say, Brian, where'd you learn that word from? Oh, some fuck-knuckle in Australia. By the way, what are you doing tomorrow?
I think he's done. I think it's done. It's getting ready to cut right off, and I don't want it to go to like an ad or something because this was in my to watch list, like I said. So it's funny because when he was doing the impersonation of the English guy, you know, there was something about the English accent in particular, like English from England, obviously, from the UK, that they sound so cultured and so refined, even when they're saying, you know, like when they're cursing and stuff. So that was funny to hear him do that. He sounded pretty good as someone from the UK, the or English accent. So yeah, that's funny. I don't really feel like I have a whole lot more to add to this as you know, on top of what I already mentioned as I was stopping to say things that occurred to me. This is funny. He's not hilariously over the top funny to me, but he is funny. And so I would be interested to see more of his stuff. This one looks good. When parents say the opposite. As a parent, I'm curious to find out what that's about. So I think what I'm going to do is, if I can, okay. Sorry about that. I got distracted by the little thing that it showed about another video, something about when parents say the opposite. So I was going to add it to my reaction list, and I thought maybe I could do it from just clicking on the little three dots there and putting it in, but it took me to a whole new tab and it was wanting to play the thing, whatever. So, okay, well, this was fun, but unfortunately, it hasn't sparked a whole lot of discussion with me. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. So the part about his girlfriend mad at him because he talks uncultured, something that occurred to me when I was listening to this, how he was saying use. So there are some ways that people talk and mispronunciations of words that people make all the time. But some of them, to me, stand out so much more starkly than others. Not necessarily mispronunciation of words, just that, but like, let's say grammar, like very clearly bad grammar. And, you know, I'm a manuscript editor in addition to an audiobook proofer. So I pay attention to that specifically when I'm, in the middle of marking up a manuscript or working on an audiobook. But even I will say things completely incorrectly sometimes, because when you're talking off the top of your head, you're not always thinking about proper grammar, even though a lot of times it does come, intuitively to you because of what you've been taught. But sometimes there are some grammar mistakes that I hear people make that it just like jumps right up and smacks me in the eardrums. It's like, that is so, just sounds so, to me, it sounds like, oh my gosh, it's just like, how could you say it that glaringly incorrectly? And I'll give you one example, and a lot of people do this, but for some reason, it's just always kind of been something that I've just noticed. Oh, that's my dog. Sorry, he's moving around over here. And that's when people say something like, I seen such and such. I seen him down at the bar. I seen this happen the other day. Oh man, you guys, that one really gets me. I don't know about you, but that was the one thing that I did think of when he was talking about that part about saying use. Saying use, that's not something that is so glaring to me. I mean, I know it's not, I know what it means. I know it's not a proper word, but boy, when people do that verb conjugation on the word see and they say seen instead of saw, yeah, I do notice stuff like that. But anyway, whatever. That's just a little bit of additional commentary that I thought of. But yeah, I will, like I said, check out more of his stuff, but I don't know when and I don't know what. I did save that one about the parents say the opposite, so that should be kind of interesting. I look forward to that. Okay, guys, that's all